Dear child, you have been moving quickly lately, from task to task, from thought to thought, from one demand to the next. And somewhere in between, when your heart went quiet for just a second, you felt that small ache, that soft pull, that almost hidden thought. I know I need God, but I do not even know how to stop long enough to listen. Dear heart, you have not become uncaring, you have become tired. You have not stopped longing. You have only learned how to live over the longing so you can make it through the day. There have been mornings when you reached for your phone before you reached for stillness. There have been evenings when you numbed yourself with noise because the silence felt too full. There have been moments when you almost turned toward me, almost slowed down, almost opened your soul, and then life kept moving, and you moved with it. Beloved, I want to say something gently now. Do not keep passing by the place where your soul is asking for me. Do not keep stepping over your own hunger just because you have become skilled at functioning. There is a difference between surviving and being nourished. You have done well at carrying what needed carrying. You have shown up. You have handled responsibilities. You have answered messages, met deadlines, smiled when needed, kept going when part of you felt thin inside. But, my dear one, strength is not the same as fullness, and endurance is not the same as peace. You have been telling yourself that you will come close later when things calm down, later when your mind is less crowded, later when your emotions are clearer, later when you have more discipline, later when you feel more worthy of a deeper moment with me. But later has become a hallway you keep walking through without ever sitting down. And I do not say that to make you feel guilty. I say it because I love you, because I know what it costs you to keep postponing the rest your heart needs. Precious one, when you keep moving past me, you also keep moving past the truest version of yourself. Not the efficient one, not the presentable one, not the one who knows how to sound okay. The deeper one, the one who still needs tenderness, the one who still carries questions at night, the one who wants to be held together without having to pretend they are already whole. I know how easy it is to think of me as one more thing to fit in, one more responsibility, one more reminder of what you are not doing well enough, one more place where you might feel behind. So sometimes you avoid the quiet because you assume I will meet you there with disappointment. Sometimes you keep me at the edges because you fear that if you truly stop, everything you have pushed down might come rising up. Sometimes you say you are too busy for prayer, too distracted for closeness, too worn down for stillness. But beneath that there is another fear. What if I come near and realize how empty I have been? Sweet soul, listen closely. I do not ask you to come close so I can scold you for the distance. I ask you to come close because distance is hurting you. I am not standing with a list. I am not measuring how late you are. I am not waiting for a polished version of your heart. I am waiting for you, the real you, the distracted you, the overloaded you, the one who keeps saying I will get back to God when I feel more settled, while quietly wondering if being settled is possible without returning. Beloved family, this ministry is built on faith, dedication, and prayer. We remain committed to sharing these messages with sincerity. If you feel led to stand with us, you will find the support link in the description and in the comment box below. May the Lord bless you always. My child, there are things you cannot carry well without me near, not because you are weak in some shameful way, because you were never designed to be self-sustaining. You were made for relationship. You were made for holy closeness. You were made to live from love, not just perform through exhaustion. And when you keep rushing past the place where I am drawing your attention, your life may continue outwardly, but inwardly, something stays thirsty. That thirst shows up in ways you do not always recognize at first. In your irritation, in your numbness, in how easily discouragement takes hold, in the way small things start to feel heavy, in the way approval begins to matter too much, in the way your mind keeps searching for relief in places that only distract. Dear heart, I know you have tried to soothe yourself in many ways, by staying productive, by staying informed, by staying needed, by staying entertained, by staying in motion. And for a little while these things can dull the ache. They can make the emptiness less noticeable. They can help you postpone what your soul is asking for. But they cannot minister to the deepest places in you. Only love can do that. Only my presence can reach what busyness keeps covering. Only nearness can steady the part of you that keeps shaking under the surface. Loved one, when I say do not skip me, I am not speaking like a wounded ego asking for attention. I am speaking like a father who knows you keep walking past the table where your strength is waiting. You keep telling yourself you will eat later. You keep saying you can manage one more day on fumes. You keep insisting you are fine enough to delay what nourishes you. And then you wonder why everything feels harder than it should. Why hope fades quickly. Why joy feels brief. Why your thoughts turn sharp when you are tired. Why your heart feels crowded and underfed at the same time. Beloved, you do not need more shame. You need truth spoken tenderly. The truth is this: you have been trying to live from a place you have not visited enough. You have been trying to offer peace to others while neglecting the place where your own peace grows. You have been trying to stay clear without sitting in the light long enough. You have been trying to keep loving without resting inside love. That is why I am speaking softly now. Not to pressure you, not to corner you, not to make you feel that one more thing is being demanded from you. I am inviting you back to what heals. There is a difference. Pressure says do more, or you will fall behind. Love says, come here, you are worn out. Pressure says, fix yourself before you approach. Love says, bring me what is unfinished. Pressure says, hide the mess and try harder. Love says, sit down, I already know. My dear one, some of your distance has not come from rebellion. It has come from overload. Some of it has not come from coldness. It has come from emotional fatigue. Some of it has not come from lack of faith. It has come from the simple reality that pain and pressure can make a soul go numb. And when a soul goes numb, it often does not reject me loudly. It simply stops turning. It becomes passive. It delays. It drifts. It tells itself that tomorrow will be a better day to come close. That is why I am speaking now. Because drift rarely feels dramatic. It feels small, reasonable, understandable. It sounds like, I will pray later. I will slow down later. I will listen later. I will come back when I can give God my full attention. But later has a way of becoming distance. And distance has a way of becoming normal. And then the heart starts forgetting what nearness feels like. Precious one, I do not want distance to become normal for you. I do not want your inner life to become a room you only enter when something breaks. I do not want our closeness to feel like an emergency option instead of a daily shelter. You do not need a crisis to come nearer. You do not need a perfect quiet time. You do not need the right mood, the right music, the right words, the right atmosphere. You need willingness, a little opening, a little honesty, a little turning. That is enough for me to meet. Sweet soul, perhaps part of you has worried that if you stop long enough to be with me, all the sadness will finally catch up to you. The grief you tucked away, the disappointment you called maturity, the fear you disguised as busyness, the loneliness you kept out of view because everyone around you seems to need the stronger version of you. So you stay moving, you stay useful, you stay available, you stay externally composed, and meanwhile your own heart waits like a small candle left burning in an empty room, still there, still alive, still hoping someone will come in and notice the light. Beloved, I have noticed, and I have not turned away from the room within you that has gone unattended. I know what you are carrying. I know what has become heavy. I know how often you have felt split, one part of you doing what must be done, another part quietly whispering, I cannot keep living this disconnected. That whisper matters. Do not silence it. Do not explain it away. Do not label it weakness. It is your soul telling the truth. My child, you do not dishonor me because you are tired. You do not fail me because your focus wanders. You do not lose my tenderness because your life became noisy. But it is still possible to miss the comfort I am offering if you keep rushing by. And I do not want you to keep mistaking survival mode for life. There is more for you than getting through. There is deeper steadiness. There is inward quiet. There is a kind of strength that does not come from clenching harder but from leaning. There is a kind of renewal that does not come from escaping your life but from bringing your life into my presence. Dear heart, what you need most may not be more answers. It may be a softer pace inside yourself. It may be the courage to stop treating your soul like a machine. It may be the humility to admit that what keeps you functioning is not the same as what keeps you alive. It may be the simple grace of turning toward me before everything falls apart. Because contrary to what your fear suggests, you do not have to wait until you are desperate to come close. You can come when you are distracted. You can come when you are dull. You can come when your prayer feels small. You can come when all you have is one honest sentence. I miss being near you. That sentence is precious. That sentence opens doors. That sentence tells the truth more beautifully than many polished speeches. Loved one, I am not after a performance of devotion. I am after your real heart. The real heart beneath the schedule. Beneath the notifications. Beneath the constant solving. Beneath the role you play for others. Beneath the practiced smile. Beneath the exhaustion you call normal. I want to meet you there, where you are human, where you are tender, where you are still becoming, where you do not have to hold your own soul together by force. This is why I say do not skip me, because I know what happens when you keep doing that. Your interior life starts living on crumbs. Your discernment gets cloudy. Your joy becomes fragile. Your patience shortens. Your mind grows loud. Your spirit becomes easier to discourage. And then you wonder why you feel so emotionally exposed all the time. My dear one, you were never meant to live on crumbs. You were made for daily bread, for steady communion, for the kind of closeness that quietly shapes you over time. Not always dramatically, not always in ways others can see, but deeply, truly, like rain sinking into dry ground no one else noticed was thirsty. You do not have to force a dramatic return. You do not have to prove how sincere you are. You do not need to arrive with eloquence. You can simply pause. You can simply turn. You can simply sit for one unguarded moment and allow yourself to be known again. That is not too little. That is often how restoration begins. Beloved, some of what you call spiritual weakness is really just neglect mixed with exhaustion. That can change. Not through self-condemnation, not through panic, not through trying to become impressive overnight, through nearness, through honest returning, through repeated small openings that teach your heart it is safe to stop hurrying past me. One quiet moment today, another tomorrow, a smaller gap between your ache and your turning, a little less delay, a little more openness. This is how your inner world begins to soften again. This is how peace becomes more familiar. This is how joy returns without being forced. This is how your mind remembers that it does not have to carry everything alone. Precious one, I know you have been disappointed before. You have made efforts that did not seem to change much. You have tried to be more consistent. You have promised yourself you would do better. You have started again more than once. So part of you wonders whether this will become one more cycle of trying and failing. Hear me gently here. I am not asking for a grand emotional vow. I am inviting you into a relationship that can hold your inconsistency. I am not startled by your stops and starts. I am not fragile in the face of your weakness. I do not withdraw because you are learning slowly. This is not about earning access. It is about ceasing to walk past what has been open all along. And maybe that is what you need to hear most. The way has not closed. My care for you has not thinned. My patience with you has not run dry. The quiet place with me has not disappeared because you have neglected it. It is still here. I am still here. And even now, without drama, without pressure, without spectacle, you can begin again. Not by striving, not by overpromising, not by shaming yourself into a better rhythm, by coming near honestly, by telling the truth, by admitting that your soul has been thirsty and your hands have been full, by allowing me to meet you before you feel ready. My child, there will always be reasons to keep moving. There will always be another task, another concern, another piece of news, another responsibility claiming urgency. But not everything urgent is essential, and not everything loud is life-giving. You know this already. You have felt the difference. You have felt how some things leave you scattered, and you have felt those rare moments when turning toward me brings a deeper settling than distraction ever could. Follow that deeper settling, not as a rule, as a kindness to your own soul. Dear heart, you do not have to be afraid of what rises when you become still. I can hold what surfaces, the grief, the regret, the fatigue, the questions, the sense that you have been living too far from the center. None of that makes me move away. If anything, it is where my tenderness comes closest. Loved one, come out of the habit of delaying your healing. Come out of the reflex that says, I will tend to my soul after everything else. Your soul is not an afterthought. Your inner life is not a side room. It is where so much of your life is shaped, and I care for it with more patience than you know. So rest a little now, not with fear, not with pressure, not with the need to manufacture anything. Just settle, even here, even in your unfinished state, even with all the noise that has been crowding you, even with the parts of you that still feel late. My dear one, I have not been hard to find. I have been quietly near, waiting for the turning you kept postponing. And when you do turn, even slightly, even wearily, even with trembling, you will not find a closed hand. You will find welcome. You will find gentleness. You will find that love has not grown impatient. So tonight, or in the first thin light of morning, or in some ordinary pause between responsibilities, do not rush past the whisper in you that reaches for home. Stay there for a moment longer. And know this, softly, without strain. I am still speaking. I am still drawing near. And there is a quiet place in me where your heart can finally stop hurrying. Amen. Beloved family, we are grateful to continue sharing God's Word with you. This work requires dedication, prayer, and consistency. If you feel led to support this ministry, the link is available in the description and in the comment box below. Thank you for being part of this journey.